We experience the world as a seamless, high-definition panorama, but that experience is an illusion generated by the brain to compensate for flawed hardware. Inside the eye, a tiny pit called the fovea centralis, a microscopic 2-degree window, is the only area capable of high-definition clarity. Moving just 2 degrees outside this foveal zone, visual acuity plummets by 50%. Because high-resolution sight is trapped inside this extreme tunnel vision, the brain must physically steer the eyeball to aim that tiny clear zone directly at every object you examine. Aiming is only the first challenge. The retina also faces a strict processing speed limit when dealing with motion. This dial tracks retinal slip velocity, the speed at which an image slides across the back of the eye. If that speed exceeds 5 degrees per second, the photoreceptors cannot process the light fast enough and the image corrupts. See this in action. Lock your gaze on a distant wall and wave your thumb. It becomes a blurred streak. These velocity vectors show that because the eye isn't tracking, light drags across the retina too quickly to form a sharp picture. Human vision operates on the edge of motion blur. To see anything at all, the eyes must execute precise, continuous muscular tracking to cancel out that slip and maintain clarity. The brain manages these hardware limits with a subconscious ocular operating system. The first core mode is gaze stabilization, which anchors your vision to the world even when your body is moving. When you run or turn your head, the world should appear as a shaky, unwatchable video. To prevent this, your body triggers the Vestibulo-Ocular Reflex. This diagram shows the direct link between inner ear and eye muscles. When your head jerks, the ear detects the exact speed and signals the eyeball to counter-rotate. As the head pulls right, the eye pulls left, keeping your line of sight perfectly locked. While that reflex handles rapid shocks, a second system manages slow, sustained movement, like looking out the window of a moving car. This side profile illustrates the optokinetic system. It ignores the inner ear and instead uses the visual drift of the environment. It locks onto a background feature, tracks it, and then snaps back to grab the next target. These two mechanisms act as an organic Steadicam. They compensate for your movements so effectively that you perceive the world as perfectly still. The second mode of the operating system is gaze redirection. Here, the goal shifts from staying anchored to hunting down and acquiring entirely new targets. To scan a room or a face, the eyes execute rapid ballistic jumps called saccades. This path across a human face shows how we actually see. We don't glide across the features. We snap sharply from the eyes to the nose to the lips, building a composite image from these jagged point-to-point jumps. These jumps are so violent they would cause severe motion blur. To prevent nausea, the brain temporarily blinds you during the transit. You are effectively blind for a fraction of a second every time your eyes move. The only time the eyes pan smoothly is when a target is already moving. This mode, called smooth pursuit, requires an external moving object to activate. Look at this velocity data. To keep a moving tennis ball pinned to the fovea, the eye must match the target's speed exactly. If the ball moves at 40 miles per hour, the eye rotation matches it, reducing retinal slip to 0. Finally, judging distance requires vergence. This diagram shows the eyes rotating inward in opposite directions to triangulate a target as it moves closer to your face. Exploring the world is a highly tactical target acquisition process. It relies on these 3 aiming protocols to piece together the reality around you. When these isolated mechanics are viewed together, the human eye reveals itself as a highly complex, interconnected machine. This architecture details the complete ocular engine, 2 stabilization systems, and 3 systems to jump, track, and focus. These 5 mechanisms operate simultaneously to satisfy the fovea's rigid limits, negotiating in the background to keep your center of focus firmly locked. Light entering the pupil is merely the raw material for our perception. Generating a stable image is a relentless, physical motor process. To see the world, your eyes must physically hunt it down, coordinate by coordinate.